This video isn't political by any means, but let me introduce you to a concept known as the alt-right pipeline. In a nutshell, it's pretty much when you consume right-wing politics, it'll gradually expose you to alt-right or similar politics. It's a concept I think can roughly apply to any type of content on YouTube to an extent. For example, if you watch a lot of Minecraft gaming videos, you'll obviously get recommended more Minecraft videos from other creators, and perhaps maybe even a video essay or a meme, and the more you watch, the deeper you'll get into that content sphere. Well, let me introduce you to my very own NSFW Poppy Playtime pipeline that I went down, and as a result, I found other similar content not even just related to said franchise, but others very popular with children such as Minecraft. In my last video talking about Elsagate, I went over its history and also showed off some of the modern day Elsagate content that I found. However, I merely scratched the surface in terms of content that I found, and in this video, I will be dedicating it to showing you everything I came across while doing my research. My journey into this pipeline, if you will, started with the r/Elsagate subreddit, specifically with this post. If I'm here, I tried searching for this exact video or similar ones to it on YouTube. This was how my journey to this pipeline started for me personally. It could potentially start for others. As I touched upon in my previous video, every creator is fighting for the attention of the users on the platform, and there exist those who ethically target a younger audience in the sense that they actually make decent content that doesn't have any or adult undertones, and there are those who I believe are unethically doing so. For every channel I talk about in this video, I'm gonna leave them linked in a paste bin down below in the description. If you have time, you can report them if you'd like, as I'll be doing the same. On my Twitter, I mentioned how a channel called The Monk Pop had rebranded themselves into a financial channel, now going by the name Ken Jr. This channel previously featured a bunch of art in the thumbnails, as well as this video alluding to these two characters from Poppy Playtime, a very popular game with children, having S. I also mentioned on my Twitter how I think that because of all of the awareness being risen of Elsagate content still being prevalent on YouTube today from creators like Mudhar, Raymundo to name a few, a Monk Pop rebranded and then privated and or deleted the videos that had the art on the thumbnail. Majority of their older content is now gone. Regardless, let's move on because things get weirder. Majority of kids content I personally find to be pretty crappy, but generally harmless. At first glance, this channel called Goat Beach seems to just be making memes based on an animation called Alphabet Lore by Mike Salicero, but as I kept scrolling, I found pretty questionable thumbnails. Out of curiosity, I checked out some of the videos, and let me just show you a bit for you to get an idea of how these Poppy Playtime videos with low stress thumbnails generally are from what I found. If we're being honest here, it's your standard, mind-numbingly low kids content that if you give a kid an iPad and they sit there long enough watching video after video on the YouTube Kids app, they'll eventually stumble across. These videos make up a majority of this channel's content. Although they seem to have pivoted, that still doesn't change the fact that they use popular characters, especially with kids, and purposely made it just to get views from unassuming children. When I typed in search Huggy Wuggy plus Kissy Missy, I was met with a bunch of channels with similar content to Gopi. Again, they'll all be linked in the paste bin below, but let me list a few for you. Mickey, Ash A, Best Evolutions, Candy, Pop Among. These are all the channels I found with these provocative thumbnails, and one thing I noticed is that a lot of the videos use similar artwork, sometimes even the same thumbnails, and the videos have similar animations and are of similar styles. But anyways, let's move on.
Of course, later on, one of the content pieces that I found really interesting was Kissy Show, okay? Now, for those of you who don't know, Poppy's Playtime, all right, really popular with the kids.
1 million subscribers, a milestone every creator dreams to hit, including myself, but in order to hit said milestone, you must make an impact and reach a wider community in some sort of way. I'd say take the slow and steady route and build a dedicated audience and have some sort of integrity with your content, but some say otherwise. Of course, I'm referring to Kissy Show, a channel who once again uses popular kids characters and turns it in some sort of way. This YouTube short has 70 million views with 5.2 million dislikes, which it deserves. Quote, Kissy Show and all of its videos are not quote unquote directed to children and are created with PG-13 elements. This is stated in their About tab, but let's analyze some of their videos.
Oh my god, beautiful smell. Beautiful.
Painted cookie, you can't eat. Empty cola, you can drink. On this button, try to click. Let's go!
Somebody, anybody, everybody scream!
Oh my gosh! What did I just watch, bro? Let's use our brains for a second. If you're watching my video right now, right, that probably means you're old enough to get a gist of what's going on. But if you're watching more than 5 seconds of this crap, that probably means you're like a fetus and you are unaware of the fact that Huggy Wuggy is twerking in your face. You don't know what's going on, and all the little tones in the videos are flying over your head. This is a theme I see with a lot of these bigger channels that use popular children's characters, and they're clearly extremely dumbed down, rarely having any dialogue, but instead using popular TikTok sounds and or songs, and on the off chance that they do use dialogue in the video, it's always high pitched, and overall it just gives kids content vibes. On top of all of that, there are undertones, and they defend this content behind the PG-13 shield, or this content is not for kids. And if this content isn't for kids, then who's it for? Because I'm definitely not watching this garbage, and if you're watching my video right now, you probably won't either. It's not only this channel that has this content, but there's yet another channel with similar content made by who I suspect to be the same people behind Kissy Show, and this channel is called Hype Family. They make the exact same type of content, just with slightly different costumes. There's also another TikTok compilation with Poppy Playtime characters called Huggy's World, with more thumbnails with content I think are clearly aimed at kids. On my last video, I received a comment reading the following: just search or don't Minecraft love story to find a whole bunch of these Elsagate videos, which are actually disturbing. I can literally just infinitely scroll and find a bunch of these channels, and I'm planning on dedicating a full video bringing this other dark side of YouTube to light. So for brevity, some of the channels include X Studios, Realistic Nation, Markcraft, Vector Play, them along with all the other channels mentioned in this video and in the previous one I'll put in the paste bin below. I need your help. Just one look at my sub count can tell you I don't have the platform to make any sort of impact, but collectively, we can. You can report the channels below if you'd like, even though it's a quite tedious task. And if not that, it can still be utilized as a list naming a bunch of the channels with this content. But there's one more thing we can all do that's 10 times better. Over the years, many creators have taken their issues with YouTube over to Twitter. By creators in their communities making a lot of noise, we had the previous Elsagate hashtag, we had the Actman getting his channel remonetized, we had Mama Max and the subsequent restoration of his content, upon many other creators actually having their issues resolved via Twitter. I understand this won't resolve everything, but we can try to make a ripple effect and raise awareness to the fact that Elsagate is back, and that this type of content exists and thrives on the platform today. The reason I'm adamant on getting this message to reach YouTube to at the very least prompt an investigation is because I don't want kids potentially stumbling across this content, thinking it's normal, or for them to be influenced by it, or for them to maybe even want to dig a bit deeper and search for content that is 18+, potentially involving one of their favorite characters. Alright, now what is it that I want for you to do? The very first link in the description and in the pinned comment is a tweet I made. Like this tweet, retweet it, quote retweet it, use the hashtag Elsagate is back, do whatever you must to raise awareness of this prevalent issue. I'm not in it for the clout, and I promise you I'm not another Matt Watson coming out of the blue targeting anyone's source of income. Any sort of notoriety my channel may gain as a result of this video is an afterthought. My main priority is to notify YouTube to start looking into this, and I can't do it alone. Commentary and news channels like Pirate Cynical, Omni, Keemstar, Ludwig, Critical, Pointless, Tag Swag, Connor Pugs, Poncho, Engween, Tom Dark, Blacks, and whoever else. If you're able, please help us spread awareness to this prevalent issue on YouTube. My fellow morbid content creators, please help me spread awareness. As investigators, if you will, into much darker corners of the internet, we have a chance here to make some noise, a ripple effect, and get people talking. We have a chance to make some much needed change here on this platform. I've already talked to some of you, but there's some I haven't yet. Morbid for fun. I know we never talked before, but please, if you're able to, help me spread awareness to this prevalent issue, if you're able to, of course. Thank you all very much. Once again, I know awareness can only get so far, but hopefully you guys interacting with this tweet can be a catalyst to some much needed changes in terms of kids content. You would never see stuff like this on TV. Why should we see it here? One more time, the first link in the description and in the pinned comment lies my tweet. Interact with it. I need your help because I'm too small to do this on my own. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting. Thank you guys for everything.